Morning, about 6:30. I'm a little bit behind today, but I didn't really feel like rushing. It's in the 40s. It's breezy. This paddle's not going to be as fun as normal, but I'm out here. That's all that matters. A little bit choppier today. Usually this is a nice calm paddle. Still better than walking.
When I'm approaching an open area, I always try to hide my silhouette behind a tree. You might notice I do that here and there throughout my videos. In here, I came across two tracks that were fresh. I assumed they were does, but I figured I would follow them and just see where they took me. I ended up finding a real fresh scrape. There wasn't one leaf in it, and I knew that buck was close. I knew I could catch up to him. So I took my camera off my shoulder and put it on my muzzle barrel and didn't even think to record the scrape. I knew that buck was right ahead of me. I tracked him for a little ways, and then all of a sudden there he was. I barely got the record button on before he was in front of me. I should have just left my camera on, but I guess that's how you get better for next year.
I can't imagine he went far at all. got some good blood. Yeah, good blood. A lot of good blood. Tons of good blood. I can't believe he didn't fall right there. I know I should probably wait, but I know I hit him hard. He's bleeding a lot. I guess I'll let him wait. I'm guessing he's probably dead right up the hill, but I'll give him a few minutes. It's been a few minutes. I think that buck's got to be dead. I'd be real surprised if he's not. I got blood all over the place. Talk about a blood trail, holy moly. I probably didn't need to hit him 3 times, but he ran like I missed him. My only wish is that he was heading towards the canoe and not away from it. There he is. Done. He'll do. I knew his rack wasn't huge, but I knew he had a good sized body, and I'm worried about the body. So yes, I wear gloves when I gut a deer, not because I'm afraid of the icky parts, but because I don't like being covered in blood and having to put on my nice wool coat and carry my stuff. It's just easier like this. And by the way, this shirt, I don't know how many deer I've gutted with this shirt. A lot. I just feel like whenever I'm wearing this shirt is when I get a deer, and if I'm not wearing this shirt, I don't get a deer. It's not totally true, but it seems like most of the time it is. Well, the good news is I'm only about 1.25 miles from the canoe. I thought I was further than that, but I did a bigger loop than I expected. So I'm not that far. I'm gonna go down this hill, and then I should be mostly on just flat ground. With a straight shot to the canoe. Oh, dragging this deer. Kind of regretting shooting it, actually. I told myself I wasn't going to shoot anything unless it was a monster buck, but I came up on this one on bare ground and looked good, so I took it. It's still a good buck, it's just not the monster I wanted, but I guess that comes with discipline. This sucks. I'm on the edge of the water. It's not the pond I'm on, but I think I'm going to utilize the water. These woods are so thick, there's so many blowdowns. I've only gone, I don't know, 1/2 mile, and I feel like I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna head back, get my canoe, portage it to this pond, paddle across this pond, get this deer out of here. Look at this little funnel I found. Steep down to the water, steep up top. This trail is just, it's tore right up the whole way up. They've been coming through here hard. Look at that. But they're definitely using this area. Look at that. Spot to sit is right on the other end of this trail, wherever it comes out. Look how wore out that is. I can't believe that. I'm not really sure what I got on video of that. There wasn't a whole lot going on. Tracking conditions were less than ideal. The ground is real crunchy. The leaves are all dry. They're blowing all over the place. I thought I'd experiment a little bit, and I'd put my camera on the barrel of my rifle, which I've done before. It didn't work out so great because I didn't have it on as much as I should have tracking. I came across, I had some tracks from a doe and a little one that I was following just to kind of follow to see where they led. And then I found a real fresh scrape. There wasn't one leaf in it. And I knew I must have been close. So I was just still hunting around, kind of half tracking, half still hunting, because there wasn't many tracks at all. And I saw a rat going through the brush. That's all I saw was a rat. And my whole life I've always meat hunted. I've never really trophy hunted. But when I started tracking deer successfully, I decided I wanted to not just track a medium-sized buck. I wanted to track my monster buck. And then this one came out, and I guess I lost the discipline. I just went back to, oh, there's a decent buck. It's right in front of me. Meat in the freezer. So I took it. Maybe next year I'll be able to let those little ones go. Not that this is little, but I wanted my trophy. I wanted the big one. I hit a little bit more forward than I wanted to, but it was still in the vitals. He bled everywhere. That one should have knocked him down. One of my bullets, I shot 3 times. One hit its leg, which I'm not even sure how that happened. The third one, I don't know where that hit. I haven't looked yet. But I know that that deer should have dropped on the first hit. I can't believe it. When I hit him, I wasn't even sure I hit him. It felt like a good hit, but it didn't look like I hit him from the way he acted. So, I'm on a pond here. He's on a pond over there. So, my plan is leave my stuff here, paddle around to the canoe portage, carry to that pond, paddle across that pond, load up my buck, paddle across the pond, portage my canoe back across to this pond, drag my buck across to this pond, load him back up, come back over here, get the rest of my gear, and that's what concerns me. Because I have a solo canoe. That deer's not a monster deer, but he's good size. I've got my gear with me, and this is a big body of water to paddle across with an overweighted canoe when it's 40 degrees, and there's even ice on parts of the water. But I guess that's why I hunt the way I do. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. I think this concludes my season. I have a buck tag up here, I have a bear tag. But I haven't seen any bears. I haven't heard of any bears. I haven't seen any bear sign. I really don't care if I shoot a bear or not. Thanksgiving week is coming up. I think this is the anniversary of my mom's passing, which I think is 6 years. I dedicated this buck to her, but I don't think she'd approve of that. If I let this one walk, I could have dedicated it to her. Probably what I'll do is get this back to camp. It's 1 o'clock. Shot that buck about 10:30. I'm going to take my time. I'm not rushing. I've got time to get him back. I'll probably get back just about when it's getting dark, I'm guessing. I'll get myself some dinner, go to bed. Tomorrow I'll pack up camp and get out of here. The scrape that I saw that was cleaned out was about the size of the scrape I would expect this buck to make. It wasn't a huge scrape. So I'm guessing he made that scrape and I was right behind him. I didn't realize I was that close to him. Larry Benoit says the easiest part of getting a deer is dragging them out. I'd have to disagree with you, Larry. I agree with you on a lot of other things you've said, but I don't know if I agree on that. This is the part of the experience. I wish I could just hook it to a four-wheeler and drag it home. Let's go get my buck. Paddle number 1. paddle number 2. Now the problem is, I gotta find it. It's along this shore somewhere. A bunch of downed trees and a big rock. Taking those trees right there. Big rock. I think that's it. I think that's it. Just about fell in the drink. Can't get any more Adirondack buck than this. My canoe is definitely going to need a bath after this one. Oh. big woods bucks. This is what it takes. Thinking about buying myself a little piece of property, putting a food plot on it, a couple heated ground blinds, four-wheeler trails. Whew. Gotta go get my other stuff. Loaded up, headed back to camp, strapped my gun to my floating bag. I am whooped. Luckily the water's calm. I'm still going to stay kind of tight to shore. It's not balanced too bad, but still makes me a little nervous. I got quite a paddle. Last time I paddled a buck like this, I slid it underneath more, brought it way down so I'd be more balanced, and then I couldn't get it out because it stiffened right up. So I'm going to try to leave it like this. It's a little harder to paddle, but I'm just going to take my time anyway. I don't think there's anything better than paddling an Adirondack buck across an Adirondack pond. A few years back, I paddled a buck off this pond with my buddy, and I didn't even get a picture. I ain't gonna let that happen again today. And there's nobody here to take a picture for me, so I'm gonna set one up for myself.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.